I don't think that the Lord and all of his disciples could have stopped the Lakers.
This team, this organization, this city, the Lakers are NBA champions once again.
Your drive is there to be the best.
The night and the championship belong to the Los Angeles Lakers.
You're now tuned in to the Lakers Source Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Rance G, with another episode of the Lakers Source Podcast. Everybody tuning in, if you would, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, share the video with your peers, and follow me on Twitter at Lakers Source to stay up to date on everything involving the Los Angeles Lakers. It's been a little while since I've had something for you guys, but I wanted to come in today and drop a little podcast talking about our roster. It looks like, barring any unforeseen trades, the Lakers 2018 roster, well, 2018 roster is pretty much set, and we've got a good idea who's going to be on the squad. There's a couple two-way contracts that we don't really know how they're going to pan out yet, but we'll cover that here in a minute. Just want to go over some other news, some other rumors that are involving the Lakers that have been kind of coming through the news wire over the last week or so. A lot of people have been talking about next summer. We know we had a pretty successful summer this summer, but everyone knows that the big master plan for Rob and Magic is next summer, 2018. That's why we made the D'Lo trade to get rid of Mozgov to have that contract space, and why we've only been really adamant on signing players to one-year deals. So that's something that we're going to watch over this next year. We're going to have a lot of rumors. Everybody's already seen all the Paul George stuff over the summer, and then now it seems like every day a different channel or radio show or whatever sports show is talking about LeBron James coming to the Lakers. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be an exciting time over the next year, though. We're going to hear a lot of stuff, and hopefully if there are plans for a couple stars to come to the Lakers, that they're already talking with amongst themselves and trying to set up the next super team here in Los Angeles. Speaking of that, right now if we renounce Nance's rights and we don't pick up any longer contracts for Brook Lopez and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope next year, we're looking at about $50 million in cap space. If we can move Clarkson, which that's one of the rumors, speaking of the rumors, that's kind of what people have been talking about this week, is how if the Lakers need to get a little bit more cap space, they feel like they're confident that they're able to move Clarkson and free up another $12-13 million in cap space to get to that 2 max slots. And then, more the merrier. If we can somehow also move Dang and Clarkson this year, then we can get to a point potentially where we can bring Randle back, bring either KCP or Lopez back as well, or add another star player. So we potentially could get 3 star players next year, or 2 stars, 2 max stars, and a really, really good player. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be interesting to see how Magic works his magic, and see how Rob can make some things happen with his connections and with agents and different things. So it's going to be really cool watching that unfold. Something else that's been in the news, LeVar Ball. This guy doesn't stop. Him and Michael Jordan have been going back and forth on their little one-on-one games. We've got Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather coming up here very soon. I think people would probably pay for Michael Jordan versus LeVar Ball. I think we should try to make that happen. Maybe we start a petition to see if we can't get that to happen and charge pay-per-view. You can send it to my PayPal account, and we'll take care of it. I'll promote this. I'll be the promoter. We'll somehow make this happen. I'm just kidding, but it'd be pretty funny. I think it'd be hilarious to watch Michael Jordan bust LeVar Ball on the court badly. I don't care how old Michael Jordan is. He's 55, 56, 66. It doesn't matter. He would still beat LeVar Ball, and I think it would be hilarious to watch. So getting right into the roster, the topic of today's podcast is the actual roster and kind of a grade, just an overall grade of what we've done this summer. A lot of sports outlets and media outlets have given the Lakers a pretty good grade this year. A lot of A's, a lot of A's, A-, and I think it's as good as it could have been. I'll personally give the offseason an A-. And the reason I'm not giving an A plus or an A is I believe to get an A or an A plus, you've got to sign a star free agent. You've got to really make a big splash. And we didn't do that, and there's nothing wrong with doing that because that's the plan for next summer. But that's why we got an A minus. So I think that not getting a superstar, we got the best grade you can possibly get, if that makes sense. So A minus I give us a solid A minus, and I think we'll see some, at least 10 more wins this year. That's my goal. I really hope that we can get to 36 wins. So let's take a look at the roster real quick, who we've got. Point guards this year, we've got the new prodigy, Lonzo Ball. So Lonzo Ball will be leading us a point. He'll start, and hopefully, his play will be infectious, and we'll see some more passes through the regular season that we saw in Summer League. Backing Lonzo Ball up, we've got Tyler Ennis, who's coming back after last year. I had some, kind of an up and down season, but he had some pretty good moments, played pretty well down the stretch. So it's good to see Tyler coming back. It would have been nice to get an Ian Clark or somebody like that, because Ian Clark went really cheap. Derrick Rose, whatever. I know Magic was wanting to try to get him for whatever reason, just to have another recognizable name on the Lakers to make it, more watchable for national games or whatever his reasoning was. I don't really think he would help Lonzo that much as far as development goes. I think Rondo would have helped more because they're kind of similar style, pass first players. But, I would like to see Ian Clark because he only signed a $1.6 million deal, and that's, we could have easily got him, I feel like, if we wouldn't have got Ennis back. Maybe not, though, I'm not sure. Maybe there was some other hiccup that we don't know about. So those are the 2 point guards we've got right now. Then you've got, obviously Clarkson can play a little point guard if he needs to. You've also got possibly Josh Hart if he could maybe slip down and play someone, but I doubt that happens. So it's looking like the point guard rotation will be between Lonzo Ball and Tyler Ennis, and hopefully Lonzo Ball plays 36 minutes a game. So hopefully there's no minute restrictions like there was on D'Lo and with Luke. Hope Lonzo's in shape, ready to run and ready to go, playing 36 plus minutes a game. So at shooting guard, we've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope starting, our free agent signing from this year. He's going to bring some good defense, outside shooting, some long range shooting. He heats up quick, so if he starts hitting a few shots, watch out. He can put up a lot of points quickly. Backing him up, we've got Jordan Clarkson as the sixth man. We've also got Corey Brewer. We've also got the rookie Josh Hart. And we've also got possibly Alex Caruso. He's one of the guys I mentioned earlier that was on a two-way deal, so we'll see. Probably won't play in a whole lot of games. He'll probably be on the G League team. Sorry, it's the G League now. He'll probably be on that team a lot. And we also have Vanderbilt signed to a non-guaranteed contract, so we got kind of a log jam there at shooting guard. We've got, I feel like, two positions. We've got a lot of players playing, and that's shooting guard and power forward, and we'll get into that here in a second. So again, to run that down, we've got KCP, Clarkson, Corey Brewer, Josh Hart, Caruso, Vanderblue, all at shooting guard. Obviously, a couple of those guys will be on the G League team. Now, at small forward, we got Brandon Ingram. We've got Luol Deng. We've got possibly Kyle Kuzma. He's kind of a taller guy, and he could play a stretch four. But as he said in interviews during the summer, that he's really looks to be positionless, so he can kind of come in and play the three as well. I think we could totally see that happen. And I think if we're playing small, we could see Lonzo Ball, Clarkson, and KCP on the court at the same time potentially. So there'll be a lot of different lineups. I think that's what Luke really wanted, some versatility, and I think that's what we're going to get with this lineup. So again, to run down our small forward position, Brandon Ingram will start backed up. He'll be backed up by Luol Deng. Also, Kyle Kuzma possibly, and even Corey Brewer can play that small forward role as well. Now going back to what I mentioned about having a log jam, at power forward, we got several players at power forward. We've got Kyle Kuzma. We've got Larry Nance. Julius Randle will be the starter, so we'll start there. So Julius Randle will be the starter. We got Kyle Kuzma, Larry Nance. I don't believe we'll see Thomas Robinson. I think that he's probably not going to come back. Maybe he will. I'm not sure. And he still might. I honestly don't know. I think he's I think he's a free agent. I don't think he's coming back, but we'll see. That could still happen, especially if it's on a minimum deal or something like that. So at power forward, that's another position. And even Thomas Bryant, he can play kind of power forward if you want to go on a bigger lineup and maybe have. It's really interesting to think about how versatile we could go, because Lonzo's a tall guy. We could put Lonzo at point, put Corey Brewer at the shooting guard, or even put Ingram at the shooting guard. Put Lonzo Ball at the point, Ingram at the shooting guard, Randle at the 3, Thomas Bryant at the 4, and Lopez at the 5 if you want to play big. So we've got the potential to possibly go small, go big, go anywhere in between, and I think that's exciting having a versatile team like that. And now that Rob and Magic and the new regime looks very interested in using analytics actually and using next level stats and things like that, I think they'll find good matchups and good ways to get these guys in different lineups. So going back, we'll have, again, at power forward, we'll have Julius Randle starting, Larry Nance, Kyle Kuzma, and potentially Thomas Bryant. And then, again, if Thomas Robinson comes back in some way, we could have him as well. And moving on to the center position, we've got Brook Lopez starting. We've got Ivica Zubac backing him up. And we've got Thomas Bryant, the rookie. So we've pretty good depth at center as well, especially with Lopez if he stays healthy, and Zubac if he stays healthy. Those will be the two guys that mainly play this year. We don't have Tariq Black anymore, and Thomas Bryant, I think he'll probably play a lot of D-League, so he'll still be available, and we could see him if he progresses well. So that'll be interesting to see. So again, that's your Lakers 2017-2018 roster. The starters are going to be Lonzo Ball, KCP, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, Brook Lopez. And then your next guys up in the rotation are probably going to be Jordan Clarkson, Tyler Ennis, Luol Deng, Kyle Kuzma, Larry Nance, Zubac. I'd swap out Kuzma and Nance. I think Nance will get more minutes than Kuzma, but if Kuzma shoots the way he did in Summer League and plays more, he's going to be pushing Nance and Randle for minutes. So that'll be interesting to watch. So again, Ball, we've got Lonzo, KCP, Ingram, Randle, Lopez, and I think that's good enough for another 10 wins. I think that we can win 36 games this year. The West is tough. It got a lot better, but I really do believe that we can win 36 games this year, and I think that'd be a success. I think if we can pull off 36 wins and dump Dang, I think that's a huge win. To me, that's my perfect Lakers season. Obviously, I want to go to the playoffs, but I think it might be a little unrealistic. At this point, I haven't seen a play yet. Haven't seen how these guys gel and how the defense is going to improve, because the offense will be there. We'll be fine on offense, but we got to have some defensive advancement. We've got to have some things on the defensive side really improve from last year. But again, it's going to be a fun team to watch. It's going to be a really fun, way better product. We've got a way better product on the court coming up this season than we did last year. It's going to be a whole different ball game, literally, pun intended. With Lonzo out there running the point, it's going to be exciting every night, and people are going to be tuning in, wanting to watch the Lakers. And I think it'll be fun to watch each night. They're going to play hard. You already know Magic's not going to let them slouch around or not play hard every night, and there's no reason to tank or any of that stuff anymore. So there's no reason to even talk about it. I'm glad we don't have to talk about that anymore, because we were pretty much taking the last few years to keep our picks, but we don't have a pick this upcoming year, so there's no reason to tank at all. And even after that, we've already drafted several guys. We've drafted like 7 guys over the last few years that are considered the young core. We don't need to add any more young guys to there. We got to start adding some star veterans around there if we want to start winning now, or anytime here in the next couple years. Honestly, it's going to be interesting to see. It'll be an exciting team. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. To watch Lakers basketball this year. Preseason can't come here soon enough. We've got till October, only 2 months. It's crazy to think about that. It feels like the NBA season just ended, and we're only 2 months out from preseason. So it's going to be fun. Can't wait to see how these Lakers have improved, especially guys like Brandon Ingram, Clarkson, Randle. We've heard a lot of stuff about those guys in the summer. It's going to be cool to see if those guys have really taken their game to the next step and And if Brandon Ingram really makes a big leap forward, and Randle, we could push 40 wins. Just those two guys alone really developing and becoming a lot better, and Lonzo will help them do that. I think that can push us for another 2 to 4 wins right there. So we could possibly win 38, 40 games, and then at that point we are fighting for an 8th spot. So it could be exciting. I just don't know what to expect. I don't want to get my hopes up too high, and I want to try to be realistic. And my realistic thing is the Lakers improve by 10 wins this year, and that's where we'll win around 36. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. It's your host, Ranch G. If you would go ahead and comment below, let me know what your guys think on how many wins we're going to win this year. If you think we're going to win 56, 46, 26, let me know. Tweet at me, at LakersSource, and we'll talk Lakers basketball. We'll see what we can come up with on projections. I'm going to put a poll out later today, and we're going to see where the fan base really stands as far as how many wins we think we'll get. It's going to be an exciting Lakers season. I can't wait. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, follow me on Twitter at LakersSource. I'll keep you guys up to date on everything involving the Los Angeles Lakers. Until next time, love y'all. Peace.